So I watched Click the other day, which means I now have a copy of it on Blu-ray, which isn't something I really want to explain to people, but hey, I've made my bed and I can lie in it. In Click, Adam Sandler is Michael, an up-and-coming architect who struggles to strike a balance between a demanding boss at work and his loving wife and children at home. In a scene that's very reminiscent of bad infomercial acting, Michael is annoyed with the inconvenience of having more than one remote control, and so drives to Bed Bath & Beyond to buy a universal remote.
Beyond?
In the Beyond section, he meets Morty, played by Christopher Walken, who gives him a remote control that can manipulate time and a bunch of other stuff. Click has got all the usual nasty Adam Sandler stuff in it. Racial caricatures, rampant misogyny, transphobic gags,
No.
and plenty of gurning. There's Sandler's tentative steps into the product placement hell that would become his later work, and the inexplicably talented wider cast centred around his unlikable clown shtick. And it's the same plot as the rest of his movies. A feckless, schlubby man-child with a beautiful brunette wife and a nice home bemoans his bad luck. So far, so standard Sandler.
I don't know. Hello.
But is Click also nuts? Take this scene. Sandler comes home after drinking with his business partner, wakes up his kids in the middle of the night, and gives them bikes. His wife is confused until he tells her that he's gotten a promotion and a raise. Later, he's told he won't get the promotion. He returns home and angrily turns on the children, telling them to forget their dreams.
Life ain't about being creative. It's about kissing ass, playing it safe, making your boss a lot of money in hopes one day he might throw you a stinking bone. All right?
Then listens to his wife explaining to the kids that they can't keep their bikes. It doesn't really work in a comedy, but it would 100% work in a domestic drama. Later in the film, and spoilers by the way for any Sandler completionists who have yet to watch this 13-year-old movie, enjoy going overboard by the way, say hi to Billy Zane for me, Michael skips a huge period of his life, and realises that he is on an inexorable journey towards death, because he has taught the remote to skip anything remotely difficult in his life, meaning that he has lived an empty, shallow existence where his wife and children have all distanced themselves from him. Tee-hee-hee, ha-ha-ha. This, of course, was all expected by Morty, who reveals himself to be the Angel of Death. Fun fact here, Walken, probably realising that no one in this movie cares about any particular aspect of it, takes this opportunity to play Morty as a continuation of his character Gabriel, also the Angel of Death, from the film The Prophecy, which makes Click a stealth prequel for a religious horror film that Walken was in a decade before. Is 9 Lives part of this cinematic universe?
Shh, I'm a cat whisperer.
But anyway, I digress. Michael comes to years in the future, realising his failure as a father when he sees that his son has become Jonah Hill, and expresses a strong latent sexual desire for his female child, repeated later in the film.
Wow-wee.
That's a looker. Blondie, big lips, chesty. What? Is that your girl? No, that's your daughter, Samantha.
Rushing outside, he sees that he still has not finished a treehouse he was building for his kids, despite starting it years before, and in a damning moment of drama that's surprisingly well executed, proclaims his despair to the heavens. See, Will, the sudden switch from comedy to drama is genius. It subverts completely our expectations around the typical Adam Sandler comedy, showing how damaging these man-child character lifestyles would be in real life, as well as driving home a heartwarming central point about the importance of family. Yeah, but even after that twist, isn't Click still completely obsessed with doing the goofiest shit possible? It's moments after his father's death that Michael does a pratfall going after Morty. Morty, who is the Angel of Death. Even as Michael is dying in the rain, having realised the importance of life, he gives his wife's second husband the middle finger. Yeesh. At least he learns about orgasm equality.
Celebrate with my wife. Take my time, massage her, make sure she is fully satisfied.
So there you have it. Maybe the most emotional of Sandler's oeuvre, and a strong caveat again for the Sandler's completionists. I haven't seen all of them, so maybe Hotel Transylvania 3 pips it to the post. Click still contains all the horrible trademarks of his greatest hits.